Hey guys, today I'll be reacting to a Jifengs Ekko Jungle main video, and I've seen one video of his, or like a montage, and I remember that he was definitely the Ekko that I would say has like the best mechanics I've ever seen. The way he plays Ekko is just so, like, even more bursty than someone like Jifengs does it, and I don't know, it's hard to describe, but I guess we'll hopefully see it in this video. This one I don't think is a montage, I think it's just some jungle gameplay, so yeah, let's see. I actually wonder where he started here, like if he did like the Raptors path, or if he did Raptors, Crocs, red into mid, but yeah, I guess we won't know since it starts here. But yeah, let's see. Like, this here is a Victor, is a mage, you can definitely gank him, so that's why he's doing it, and with Akshan you always have kill pressure. Like, it's a champ that has a lot of early damage and plays with Ignite, so yeah, really nice by him to abuse that, of course. And now he's also helping Shove. See, like, this is exactly why you need to help Shove, because the Viego is, of course, looking to punish the 1 HP Akshan. In the end, he actually even ends. Like, don't be scared in these situations as well, right? Like, some lower elo players, or a lot of them, might probably be scared too, because this guy is so healthy, but, like, he can't attack both of them at the same time, so it doesn't even really matter that the action is super low. Also, the action is just out of range. So this Viego even has to make a choice who he's attacking here, and Jifeng knows that he won't die right away. And together, like with the Q, like auto attack Q and then E auto attack reset, they do deal enough damage, right? It's not even that close. He still has 200 HP left, so just like quite bad decision making by the Viego. And this is like super high elo as well. Is he going for something again here? No way. Okay, now he just went base, got the Amp Tome and Dark Seal. Right, like he didn't even clear his spot set here, he just went base and then cleared it with more items. See, like, the way he W'd here, I feel like that was just a better animation cancel than most people would do. See, like, I don't know, I mean, it looks kind of, it's kind of hard to see. Why is he so tilted? Yeah, he needs to be careful. Heimerdinger is always such a scary champ, man. Can kill you so easily when you're not careful. I hate ganking Heimers as well. Like, when I play against a Heimer top, I just don't even go there oftentimes. Feels like you're always dying to them. Interesting W by the Fiora. Let's see, I think he kind of misplayed that, honestly. I mean, the W was too far back. Like, I also play these kind of W. Sometimes it's just about how the Fiora reacts, right? If it's not warded, she might not react. I guess in this situation it's warded, so the W gives him no value. Yeah, I mean, he misses Q, of course, so pretty clear misplay. And then he wasn't able to... I think this one small step he does to the right here is a mistake. If he had just kept walking here... Like, now he's too slowed from the W, so he's not able to hit the return Q, but he didn't have to make that last step to the right. I guess he was trying to dodge the W, of course. But he should have just honestly committed and stood behind her here, and then they would have killed her. For sure, like right away. I don't know if she still dies, probably not. Yeah, it's a small mistake by him here. Let's see, I think he will be really good with the items. Wait, why did he buy a Hextech Alternator? That's interesting. Ah, he already had it, but when did he buy it? Just to buy it now. Why? I'm pretty sure that the blasting one is literally better, but maybe with his playstyle he's saying that he's fighting so much that he wants to have that? I don't know. Maybe I'm also just wrong, but I feel like even good Echoes usually build blasting one, most of them. So not sure why he went for the alternator here. You also need to think about the fact that in this server, I think this is the Chinese super server, it's like people play way more aggressive, so the health definitely has more value. Another Q missed, but it doesn't really matter. Right, just make sure to hit the return Q. At this point he's much stronger than the Viego. So he just kills him. Definitely interesting is jungle clearing, right? It's just very different how I would do it. I would usually, I would at least clear the Raptors here and then just go there. I feel like he would still be getting both. Definitely, like, I feel in these kind of games, people just play as unexpected as possible, oftentimes. Because everyone, of course, knows how the game is basically played, and then You just need to switch things up. This guy gonna die? You see, like, this is something you can do. Right? You won't be able to reach him here without the rocket belt, but you can just E on the minion, and if the Ekko is still somewhere in here, of course, he'll still be stunned. So you're just wasting the E damage, but you're still getting the stun if he doesn't flash out. You might just go on him again because Action's still invisible? Okay. He doesn't. Definitely you can look to kill the Fiora if she keeps overextending. Yeah, definitely, like, this is the W you need to place in this situation. Oh, yeah, she's just dead and she even wastes a flash. Wow. Definitely important, like, don't, like, there's one thing you really need to play around in this situation, right? And it's the Fiora W, so just make sure not to go into your W here and, like, make it super easy for her to stun you. So what he's doing here is he's not even stepping in it, right? Like, he's actually not even stepping in it. And so she just wastes everything because he kinda baited her. And he knows, like, he doesn't even need the W at this point to kill her. He's full HP, the Fiora is on 1 HP. He had so many ways to kill her there. This is a super classic engage angle, I do that so much. It's actually insane that mid laners, they just don't respect it. But if you're playing against a mage, you can get solo kills super easily here. I do this so much. And it's like, people just don't respect it. I don't know, you actually have to ward it in these Raptor camps as a mid laner, I feel like, against Ekko. Because this is just so easy. Even if the Victor would be standing down here, you can still just place a W, you E over, and then sometimes you might need the rocket belt, but this guy is not even respecting it all. I wonder if this is in actually like 1.6 KLP elo. Feels like the enemies are not playing very well here, to be honest. But yeah, like, this engage angle, always use it, right? Like, it's so easy to get kills, especially if you have the rocket belt. If you're a little bit ahead, you can just get solos. Happens quite a lot, honestly. Yeah. I think we just saw Viego top. You should actually look to invade here, honestly. I mean, yeah, you can get the crab first. Maybe you didn't see the Viego on the map. I guess you can also just kill the Heimer. He's overextended. Like, this must be low elo. Wasn't he just mid? Am I stupid? Like, it feels like the awareness is so bad, right? Like, they see moving out to bot lane, and then the Heimer just keeps overextending. That's so odd. Like, this is for sure not a 1.6 KLP game. Maybe smurfing here or something. I definitely want to watch more of his gameplay, though. Also, interesting, like, he's playing First Strike. As I said, I think a lot of people are playing First Strike. Personally, just not a fan of it. I think Electrocute is Ekko's best rune for the jungle. Makes him... I think also would probably fit his playstyle quite well. What you will notice oftentimes with a lot of these, like, really high elo Koreans and whatever, they often actually have, like, wrong rune setups and wrong item building. Especially if you listen to LS, he often criticizes that. Because a lot of them, they're so stuck in their ways and they don't even think about it. I feel like Electrocute would fit this guy's playstyle super well because he's playing very aggressive, of course. Wait, why is he not placing the Herald? Wasn't he, like, flashing? Yeah, here's super important with the rocket belt. You can rocket belt inside someone and then it will also count as a return Q, right? He's not really behind him here, but the return Q still hit. And he's prioritizing, right? He's not auto-attacking or anything, he's just prioritizing hitting the return Q. It's always gonna be more DPS than auto-attacking there and missing the return Q. Oh, he kinda fucked up. He was a little bit greedy. He could have just kept walking and then eat more in his range and he wouldn't have had to flash. We can even maybe look to kill the Victor here. I guess not, the Octane wants to go base. But yeah, from this angle, of course, it works just as well, right? The only difference is that you're behind the enemy tower, but if you have the W, it usually doesn't even really matter. And with like especially if you have someone with CC, let's say Lissandra or whatever, these dives are super easy. You just lock someone up for 5 seconds. Nobody knows what the Twitch is even doing here. They're in a hard losing position and the Twitch finds himself in the enemy jungle. Again, he's just letting the Grump sit. Okay, I guess because you... See, like, in this situation, you should just let the Grump sit because he's level 11 already. He's not getting anything from the Grump other than the gold, but the gold... The gold gives him nothing if he's not able to spend it, right? And he needs to be at the Herald here, he wants to contest it. So, yeah, definitely the right decision making. Maybe he's going mid as well. I think this guy's just dead, though. Yeah. And the Viego... I mean, the Viego is actually not actually in a position to do the Herald here, he's just so much weaker. He's also playing with Blue Smite here. Let me see the champs again. I think Viego, right? Victor, Heimer, Twitch, Fiora. Yeah, I think Blue Smite makes sense against these champs. They don't have that much burst. Also not that much CC, mostly like the Heimer, honestly. And of course Viego W, but it's kind of a short CC anyways. So yeah, the Blue Smite definitely makes sense in this game. Just be able, especially Twitch is a champ that often is able to run away. Especially when he's invis. Like, how fast this champ is, it's so disgusting. Oh well. Yeah, as you can see, like, without the second item, you actually don't deal that much damage oftentimes. I've really noticed, like, how insane the item power spikes are. Like now his damage will be boosted so hard and he's actually gonna be insane, but in that fight here, his damage was not that insane, right? He hit an ult on the Fiora and passive proc, and it didn't even get her below 25%. So it's because he just has a lot of unspent gold and not his second item yet. Next item hopefully gonna be Magi's. Interesting that he eat on the Victor there. Oh, almost hit the ult. Oh, that was a little bit of a misplay. I feel like the fact that he tanked the Fiora W there. Maybe he wanted to block it for his action, but like he didn't really have to. The action was more healthy than him, and he was dodging it anyways. Yeah, like honestly, this play is definitely not, or this game is not exactly what I remember from the montage. Of course, in montages you only see like the high highlights, like the absolute best plays. Like don't get me wrong, he's still playing super well here, but this is not, like in this game he's not playing more mechanically impressive than someone like Jarlaban, for example, I would say. And then he's also making a bunch of small misplays. Which is of course completely normal, but I'm not. I don't want to like. I'm not here to like be a fanboy to these guys or whatever. I'm just here to look at their gameplay and see if they play correctly. I think he like in lower elos he could have ulted, but I think the Heimer is too aware of his ult here, right? He's probably gonna sidestep it, so he's just see like in this situation he's just actually trying to get the maximum value out of the healing. Right? He's just taking the maximum amount of damage and then he's basically just refilling his health bar with the ult. It's all in the last 4 seconds, so he's just gonna heal up fully. Let's just see, like, here, maybe he could have ulted here, but the Heimer could have sidestepped up, right, if he has good reactions, so probably wouldn't have hit here. Another situation, like, as I said, in lower elos, you probably could have hit that ult, people wouldn't have reacted, but if this is actually quite high elo. Always step like this, right? Against, he's probably dead here. Oh wow. Quite a bad E by the Victor. I would actually like to know what kind of elo this is, I'm gonna be real. But the way he stepped into, against the Viego here is super important. That's how you dodge the Ws, right? Like, just make really small steps left and right. Let's see here. See, you can see even with his mouse, he's just stepping left and right, and that makes it kind of hard for the Viego to hit him. And that's why he's able to dodge it. And then also, important here, he just procs the passive before he runs away, right? That's so important. Always proc your passive, otherwise you're not ever gonna be able to escape anywhere. Of course, he's not able to escape no matter what here. Wow, what? Man, I don't like this guy's item building. I mean, okay, maybe the reason he's going for it here over the Rabadons is because he's already so ahead, right? If you're so accelerated, you don't need the Rabadons to still be able to do stuff. And he plays against quite a lot of healing, of course. But I mean, it's Viego healing and Fiora healing that he's building it against. And he has like a Karma. Couldn't Karma just build the anti-healing? I feel like, I mean, with this he wants to, of course, be able to do stuff on his own, I guess, right? Like, he doesn't need the Karma to apply it, but I don't know, in my opinion, just having more damage would help way more than reducing the healing. Also, the stats from the healing reduction is usually not very impressive from Morelos, so definitely a choice by him, I don't know. Not one I like personally, and he's also not even doesn't even seem to be going for Rabadons now. Very interesting. So, like, let's see if it even helps him, right? He feels like he's still losing to the Fiora quite hard here. Yeah, like, nice one. you built the anti-healing and it doesn't help you at all. And he's 10-1 by the way here. I feel like that just slowed him down quite a bit going for that. I wonder if he's just testing it or something. It's definitely a wrong choice in my opinion. I know there's gonna be people that are like silver, and then they say, how can you criticize this guy? He's 1.6 KLP challenger. He's better than you." But like that doesn't make his item building more right. Like if I bet if you hover over the Morelos, how much healing it has reduced, it's probably around like 100 or some stupid shit like that. It's not a good item, man. It really isn't, and especially not at the cost of Rabadons. And even more, especially since I mean he was in a position. He's had a lot of gold generation. Also, by the way, first strike actually pitiful in this game, right? This is not a lot. At 26 minutes, like you can have around 600 or whatever at 20 minutes if you're doing well. But this is like for how petty he is, especially. It just seems like the wrong choice in this game as well. Not gonna lie. Like imagine he just had electricity. He probably could have just been a bit more fat because he was maybe able to get more kills. Like it seems like he's not able to even proc the first strike in a lot of fights, right? But because at this point he should be getting big procs, but oftentimes he might just not be the one starting the fights, so it's not even active. He's going for Shadow Flame. I've heard, like, I think Jala Ben said you should never go Shadow Flame. I think there's just always better items. Very interesting. I don't know, I think this is not like a very old video either. What I uploaded 1 month ago. Then he uses the rocket bill. Like, if this guy, if I was coaching him, I would flame him for so many things. I'm not gonna lie. Q missed. I mean, like, in this situation, okay, like, you can't really... Okay, again, like, misplay, he's not placing W. He's not... He could just place W here. And then, like, have it up already, right? He at least gets the shield, probably. And he didn't really react to the flash, of course. I don't know, it feels like he's just so weak with his weird item building here. Let's see. I don't know, he's not even really fighting anymore. He hasn't, you can see, like, he's been on 10 kills for a long time. He's even losing to the Vega now, or what? Like, honestly, look how fucking useless he is. This is kind of painful to watch, man. He completely threw his lead with this weird item building. Let's see. I mean, could ult, yeah. Yeah, I mean, of course he kills him here. He's still 2 levels ahead. He hit his ult for free, but it's still like his item build. He also, I feel like, see, like, this is actually a mistake I also often do, where I E out of the brush and then lose vision, right? That's actually something I wouldn't expect from a 1.6 KLP challenger player. It's like, you should just E in the brush here, and then stay in vision. That's something I often do as well, but it's definitely something to play around. Because this kind of makes it awkward. I mean, he can ult back to gain vision, of course, here, which he does. But if you don't have ult, you can actually miss kills because of this. See, like, now the first strike is starting to give him, like, big procs, but it doesn't really matter, right? The only thing he can build at this point is the Madras anyways. So it's kind of weird. And also, in this fight, I think he should have just ulted right away. Like, don't even give this guy any chance to react, right? Like, just ult while he's stepping in the brush here. And, just ult. Okay, I mean, he has to ult now, I guess, because otherwise it would have been too far back. But, like, now the Viego has technically a chance to ult out or, like, W or something. Yeah. So just ult first and then proc your passive. It doesn't really matter in what order you do it, right? The damage will always be the same. That was definitely clean, right? This is the kind of stuff I remember. The way he just glided through him here. I mean, it looked kind of clean because he just used the rocket belt to auto attack reset and then used the Q to proc passive. That's also what I'm saying, right? Sometimes people ask me, like, what's the Ekko combo? There's not one Ekko combo. The thing you need to do to be good at Ekko is just use your abilities. Like, use all of them. Use their auto attack resets, right? Your E has an auto attack reset and your rocket belt has an auto attack reset, so use that. And then just always play around your passive procs, right? So what he's doing here is he's Eing rocket belt to auto attack reset and then Q to proc the passive, and that's why it looks pretty clean. But you could also do like EQ rocket belt to auto attack reset. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't make the combo much faster or anything. So yeah, Victor kind of walking into range here. Ooh, he actually stunned him. Well, maybe he should have just flashed on the Victor here, but I don't think the Victor can do much anyways. Yeah, so probably the right decision to not flash on him. Now as the last item he's getting Magus. Honestly, if you build Magus as the last item, it often doesn't even feel that good. I mean, it's fine, especially if you have 10 stacks, of course. The most we do always feel nice, but oftentimes you might just sell it and get another item. Magus is not that much better. Like, let's say Lichbane, for example, here, or like even the fucking Rabadons. Honestly, I don't know, man. The fact that he's not building Rabadons is so weird. I'll have to check this guy out and see if he never builds Rabadons. Especially after Rabadon's been buffed. I don't know if it was already buffed here, but even before it was buffed, it was a core item for him. I would love to see his AP as well here. He's only showing the runes. Ah, he has Rabadons now, wait. Since when does he have it? He's stupid. Ah, he actually sold them early. He probably saw that it was fucking useless and sold it. Man, so I was right after all. Man, like, this is... I really wish he would have hovered over it once. I bet it reduced less than 1000 healing. I just know that LS sometimes watches like pro games where people build it and then he lets the casters, they tell him he wants them to show how much it reduced and it's always such a bad number. It's really, like, it's not as bad as it used to be because at least now it gives Magic Pen, but it's still so much worse than Rabadons, yeah. Like, with Rabadons you can actually just kill people. Wait, what the fuck happened there? Did the Akshan ult go through the tower? Bro? Riot? Riot? What the fuck? Huh? That went so hard. What? Like, these last couple of shots completely went through the tower. What? And nobody's even pinging it or anything. That was so weird. He's just ulting now, yeah. Yeah, definitely... He was super fat, but I feel like he just kind of held himself back with his item building choices this game. Could have popped up even more. Definitely a solid game, though. I think I'll be watching more of his gameplay. Maybe I'll see if I can find a replay or something. If he plays... although I don't think I can watch a replay since it's on other servers, but... Yeah... I'll see if I can find more gameplay from him. I want to see more. See if he always does like this weird item building or whatever. But yeah, like as I said, also like don't take it personal. I'm just here to just give like an objective opinion. Of course, item building is very subjective in general. I would say people have different opinions, but in this game, I feel like it even showcased how his item building wasn't super good. And he had like insane stats. He was 10-1. He wasn't even really able to one-shot people, which I think with Rabadons you're always able to one-shot people if you have it at 20 minutes or something. So, yeah. As I said, don't take this criticism as like me flaming him or saying he's bad at Ekko or anything like that. Not at all. He's a super good Ekko, of course. You could see that in his gameplay. But, yeah. I'm still here to, as I said, just give objective opinions and let you learn, right? And also learn myself. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and watch the next one. Bye.